Welcome to Landria Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears and live an awesome life. Woo! Spring! March. Of course, everything's been blooming here in Georgia for a couple months. So my eyes are a little red, but just say no to drugs. You know what you do? I have a little eye wash. And then I spritz up the little, salt water or whatever it is, and I just wash it out. No drug's gonna do that. So we're gonna go into some heavy duty stuff here, and which will affect me to some extent. Now that green stuff, I don't know if you've ever lived down here, you know what I'm talking about. The green stuff's all over everything. Very fine dust, and it goes into our lungs and everything else. So I was outside, and I'm gonna just say no to drugs. Okay, this is how we stop it. You get off of the reliance on things, and you learn how to deal with it in much more natural, healthy ways. You know what? You stop using the junk, there's no market for it. That's how we drive everything out into the positive. They'll start changing what they're peddling on us, and hopefully it will be, let's just say, healthier. I'm going to talk today about your soul contract versus your free will. Both are in play, and your soul contract is also free will. How does that work? Well, I came in this body, how can that be free will? That's your soul contract that you freely chose. So what you don't remember is doing that, or why you did it, because you were coming from another dimension, another place, where remembering it would take away the game. Oh, I'm going to play a game. You're going on stage. Oh, okay. I'm going to pretend to, murder you. And you two are like getting into it or everything. Well, you wouldn't do that if you thought it was real. We have to think it's real. So our memories are wiped out. We come here and we know something's not right. Something is not right. And we're in these roles that don't make sense at all, because on the other side we're going, yeah, I need to learn forgiveness this time, so I'm going to have some parents that are going to challenge me and do some stuff, and of course they have free will too, but they came in to help you to learn those, and vice versa. You're going to help them to deal with the consequences of whatever they're going to do, and to accept the forgiveness and maybe forgive themselves or whatever. It can be very complex, but ultimately simple at the same time. Why? You always have free will. On this planet, you have free will to change that contract. So if you decide to go a different route, you can do that. You don't have to forgive the person. You can complain and not accept the role that you chose through your free will contract, your soul contract. So everything you say shouldn't be happening to you is absolutely a valuable lesson. Absolutely a valuable lesson. It is school. What are you going to do in this situation? And we get into these in-depth, this shouldn't be happening, why is it bad? We're on planet Earth and bad stuff is going on, and this is what we came here to correct. And with your help, that will change, because you're going to handle it differently. You're going to stop saying that it shouldn't happen, that that's bad, it's being imposed on you, I didn't ask for this. And that's that whole third dimensional thinking that doesn't take control over our manifesting powers and says, this was what we believed, and now we can change all that. We can stop being victims. We can start creating better lives. We can stop the, cycle of handing down that thinking. And it stops with me. And I'm not going to repeat the patterns that were in my family, or the thinking, or the things that limited us. And this is the role you chose to play, to end it. And obviously work through your own karma or whatever, which you can do in this lifetime. You can end all of it. It ends here. The buck stops here. Why? Because we're coming to the close of this planet's, let's just say, relationship with us. It's going to continue on, but not in the way it is, because we're killing it and ourselves. So we have to transcend into a higher frequency if we choose to change the future. And that means yours. Others will go on to another version of this, another reality of Earth, where it's not so pleasant. It doesn't have to be you. So that contract is yours that you chose. Can you accept it? Stop complaining. I got to ask you a question. What are you gaining from not accepting the fact that there's something beautiful in it, and painful, and triumphant, and that it's here? And so complaining isn't going to make it go away. Action and a change of behavior and thought will. It will use it and turn it into something powerful and positive. You can actually flip it around. How do I use that to be something amazing? Somebody's son committed suicide 4 years ago, and I said, what if that person took this as an opportunity to help others get through that? You know, to start a support group and maybe go around and lecture and talk about, you know, what that feels like, and if there's guilt involved, and, you know, concerns about, you know, that person's, you know, what's going to happen on the other side, because we have a lot of thoughts about that. And, you know, do they go to hell, or what, you know, and just really putting people at ease and making them realize that all this old thinking is not serving us. And that when we open up our minds and realize that they made decisions, they had a chance, they could have changed anything at any point, they did not. They chose a certain path, they decided to exit. What am I going to do with this? Because I was chosen to be that person's mother for a reason, so I'm going to experience this. What am I going to do with that? Am I going to turn it into something powerful for that person that left and make something positive, or am I going to allow it to take me down, and then that's going to make them feel worse because they experience those negative feelings? They want you to move on. They want you to be happy. They want you to use it in a positive way and know that they're okay. But we don't. We don't know that. We're so stuck in our grief, we can't get past it. And that's got to be one of the worst things, is to lose a child to suicide. You know, what could I have done different? If I'd only been there, if I made the phone call or whatever. You could spend the rest of your life doing that. It won't change anything. What will change it is the fact that you have to accept that they did make that decision. You didn't. They made that decision. All right? So let's deal with that and say, okay, it is. That's the way it is right now. So what am I going to do with that? And then you have to decide, is there something that I can do to make this not a waste of somebody's, you know, let's just say, distressful action. Let's do something with it that's powerful and positive. And then we do that with everything in our lives. Is there a situation here I can turn around and make something positive out of it for myself? Am I going to learn something? Can I forgive? Can I live with this? Because I'm on planet Earth, there's going to be things that are going to bug the heck out of me. You know? There just are. How do I deal with that? Is this truly important? Half the time it's some stupid little thing that's totally unimportant. Totally unimportant. And you'll get lessons for that, right? You're going to get blatant lessons. They're going to say, not important, boom, and something else will happen that will be important. And you're going to go, whoa, I was stressing about this stupid thing over here. So your soul contract is your free will. It was a role you chose to come here, play it out. And a lot of you just want to change the rules now. The rules are that you chose it, play the role out. Be the person. You're going to be 101 different things. You're going to be the person with thick hair and tall and skinny and smart and wealthy. You're going to be all those things. You've been all those things. What are you right now? Because you can change anything to be all the things you want to be. But you are in this body that you chose. Can you be grateful for that? In whatever form it is, grateful for the fact that you're here on this planet with the amazing opportunity to transcend in an advanced, accelerated way. So those two go together. The contract that you decided, the role to play, the lessons, the things that will be presented, certain people agreeing to certain things, you come here, you play the role, and at any point you can decide what you do with that. So it continues on. I don't know what happens on other planets. I just know what's happening here, and I know what you did when you came here, and that was you chose the role. Nobody flung you down. I mean, think about it. Come on. Like, there's randomness? No, there's no randomness. Everything's super high intelligent, reacting at all times. Everything. The chair, the walls, the floor, it's intelligent. It's just in a material form, different from us. Made of the same stuff as us, everything is. Can you just accept that you are that powerful and that whatever role you chose, I'm going to play it out. What do I do with this role? Because that's who I am. Instead of fighting it, battling it, you spend your whole lifetime doing it. What's that going to help? Not going to get you out of it. It's going to keep you in it because you're focused on the negativity and the denial and all the other things. And then you die and you go, what? I had all these opportunities and I didn't take advantage of it. I'm going to go flush everything out and stay off the drugs. Just say no. You're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. Namaste.